Share a struggle that you've experienced in life that involves your body.
Does every day count?
My name is April Mitchell. All right, take off your robe and look at your body in the mirror. Describe the feelings and thoughts that you have. Well, I see a body that I've lived in for a whole 27 years. Sometimes I've hated it, but I've grown to be pretty okay with it now. My name is Walela. I'm 24 years old. I waver between loving my body and being extremely ashamed of it. So oftentimes when I look in the mirror, I don't know how I'm gonna feel after or how my day's gonna go. So it feels like a Russian roulette, and sometimes it's scary. So I guess sometimes I am afraid of my body.
My name is Jiyoung Park. I'm 25 years old. It's just a lot of grossness I see. These tan lines I can fix, but like this stuff I can't.
My name is Kris. I'm 31. In my eyes, I guess it's not where I want it to be, so it's a work in progress.
My name is Paij. I am 24 years old. I feel bold. I feel strong. I feel proud to be blessed with such a beautiful body, with beautiful skin, and so much light.
All right, so what makes your skin unique?
I guess I like that I can tan easily. I don't know. Would you like to go first?
Sure.
And I'll try to go from there.
So my skin, I have something called vitiligo. So it's a condition where you lose patches of the pigment of your skin. My skin is unique because I'm the only one that has these exact colors and these exact places with these exact pictures. Like I can find little hearts and little things
Really?
within
You
my
have a heart?
spots. Yeah, I used to have one on my finger and then it kind of shifted. I had a snowman on my back and my mom like painted a little top hat, like a little carrot nose. I think I'm pretty happy in my skin. I've grown to love the little things that make me me and make me different. Doesn't look like, you know, every supermodel in every magazine or every actress on TV. It's a little more artistic than some with the different coloring. But yeah, I think that my body's beautiful.
Share a struggle that you've experienced in life that involves your body.
Ooh. Does every day count? I would say I struggled a lot dealing with my skin color because it was really hard for me to fit in. Like I'm considered dark, but I'm not African. So all the Africans look at me like, oh, you're not African? I'm like, no. Then all the black people look at me like, oh, you have to be African. I'm like, no. It's kind of hard dealing with people's perception of me prior to meeting me or the assumptions they make about me. And I've had to experience that educationally, professionally, everywhere I go. So now it's kind of like a badge of honor, kind of bashing stereotypes everywhere I go. What about yourself? What?
A lot of stuff like growing up, like health-wise, like puberty and stuff, where like I had like pretty bad acne from like middle school until like middle of college, and then I got some medicine for it, and it cleared up really quickly. The insecurity was always there still. It doesn't go away very quickly. So I think I carried myself kind of the same, but like it wasn't until like a little bit later when like I gained more confidence in myself after the fact. So
I like that.
thanks.
You know, I trying to like get the ideal body that's like by the media standards. So that's, I don't know, it's just not where I want it to be. When you bombarded by like so many like different like pictures of like, you know, nice bodies and stuff, that's like kind of like what you strive towards. You gotta put the work in, but you know, that's how I guess idealize it.
Almost broke the whole set. It's okay. Do you struggle with any aspects of your skin?
So I grew up with really like bumpy skin, and I don't really know what it is. But as a child, I've been called like chicken skin and all that because people would go like, "What's that on your arm, like your legs?" And I'm like, I don't know, I was just born with it, you know? But it kind of bugs me a little bit, but not so much anymore.
I kind of have like a little bit of bumps on my skin too, just like on my forearms. And then I struggle really hard with, I take chemo every day, and like that causes a rash. And so struggling with having to take something because I need to live, and then on top of it, it causes me to look very different, and have people make fun of me because they don't know like what I'm battling against. And then also just like it affects how like we perceive ourselves too, you know? Like when you feel like you look different than what's considered normal or the standard. A lot of people, when they first look at me, they would never assume that right now I'm battling cancer. And not just like any type, it's just like a really advanced stage. Learning to like love my body through living with something that wants to kill me inside of it is a huge dichotomy. How can I love me and love my body when I'm housing something that is so hell-bent on killing me? So hard. It's hard.
What is your favorite activity to do that involves your body? I like to get tattoos on my body. I think it's a way to express myself artistically, and it's there permanently. So I just feel like it's another way to celebrate my body, my art, my creativity through tattoos. So I love that process I get to go through, that pain, the joy, the whole process. I love that.
I feel that. I started getting tatted as a way after I was dealing with self-injury for a while. I have a lot of scarification, so I kind of got it as a way to cover it up. But now it's just become kind of a means of me to really express myself, kind of like what you were saying. Like, you can kind of completely get to know me just based off of looking at my tats and asking me questions. And so I got my chest tattoo after I got diagnosed with cancer, and I kind of went against my doctor's orders and got it anyways, because I have blood cancer, so that's really, you should not be doing that. But it pretty much is representative of things that have been important in my tribe. And so I have a snake, an arrowhead, and it's in the shape of a Bakongo cosmogram, which is African cosmology.
That's beautiful. One of my favorite tattoos is for my grandmother. It's a clock, and it has orchids with her initials, and it has one of my favorite quotes. In the end, everything will be okay. If it's not okay, it's not the end. And it's kind of like a reminder to me, like, everything might seem like it's crumbling around me, but I know at the end of the day, I will be settled, I will be okay, as long as I understand it's not the end. Like, my storm is not the end of what I'm going through now. My skin has taught me so much about myself and so much about what I can handle. It's taught me how to be confident and how to walk into a room and command attention. I'm realizing and I'm learning every day that self-love is the best love. So I'm learning to accept me for what I have. When I wake up in the morning, I always tell myself, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're all these things. So there's absolutely nothing I would change about my body because I know that I was made perfectly imperfect.
Are you afraid of aging? Why?
Not really. I try to be present and conscious and stay here.
Yeah, so like why waste energy?
Yeah, why waste energy? It's gonna happen to everybody. I mean, whatever happens when you get older, happens.
I have a similar mindset where it's like, yeah, it's just, things will just happen. Everyone has their own like timeline. Do you want to get like really old or like?
Do I want to get really old? I feel like, I don't know, with our technology now, you know, anything can happen. I think people are like thinking about living forever, right?
I don't know.
That's a little too far.
I don't know about that.
There's been a lot of like,
you know, like love your body campaigns and stuff like that, which kind of helps a little bit. I try to love my body. I know that it's the only one I have. So I look at myself and I just kind of look at myself and I go like, this is it, you know? I think the only thing I like about my body is these little happy trails right here. I don't know why, but I think it's cute.
Okay, I'll ask you the question. Describe a physical trait of the person across from you that you admire.
Ooh, a physical trait. I think just your smile, if that counts. You seem so confident
Thank you.
and happy, and you just exude that confidence, which I love.
Thank you.
Envious of, yes.
Thank you. A physical trait I would say that you have that I admire. One, you're gorgeous. Let's get that out the way. But I would say the grace you have, and I'm only catching a glimpse of you, but I would say the grace you have and the confidence you have in expressing your vitiligo and sharing this information. I think that's beautiful. So I would probably say your grace. You're very regal and elegant.
Thank you. I love that. That's so nice. I think it's only natural as human beings to want to change things about ourselves. I think that when I was younger, there were definitely things that I would much rather change about myself than there are now.
Good job, guys.
I think my body reflects me in the sense that it has a will to live. It's resilient, just like my spirit.